Good evening, and welcome to Listen to Russ. And I don't know if I'm doing this right or not because every time, the last 2 or 3 times I've done the little countdown little screen, it on me it pauses, so I never know when to say good evening. So I think it worked out pretty good tonight. But yeah, we're back tonight. We were off last week, and I'm first going to make the I don't want to put this. I'm going to make it public for the first time as of right now, and that is my wife and I have had COVID, and we came through it with flying colors. We tested positive last week. Actually, we're out of jail, so to speak, so we can go out because it's been past the 10-day point. But both of us have had COVID. We were sick for a few days, and we came out of it. So I thank God. I told him, I said, I always make this point to tell people it never matters what you're doing or where you're at. When God calls you home, you're going. And so I prayed to God, and I said, you know what? I don't want to go yet, please. I laugh at that, but that's exactly what I told him. I said, I don't want to go yet, please. If you can leave me here for a little bit longer, I'd appreciate it. I have some things I want to get done first. And he answered prayers because Nancy and I were doing great. We came through it. We were sick for about 2 days. And the next thing I want to say is our doctor suggested, because of especially my age, getting the Regeneron treatments. And those are the monoclonal antibodies that they give you in an IV, which is basically how do you want to put it? It's an immune system booster. It's like sending the Avengers in. It's like sending the Avengers into your bloodstream. And we had the monoclonal antibodies, and we're fine. We're great. We're here. Thank God. Thank God. And I know we had, and I've been one of those people that was a little bit hesitant to do the shots. I've been one of those people that was hesitant to do it. Thank God that we made it through and we're fine and everything. But after a lot of listening, and first off, and I don't want to put this in too much. Trust me, we're going to move on real quick. But first off, quit listening to all the BS out there on the internet, because the first thing you need to do is go to your doctor. I trust my doctor. I trust him very much. He's been my doctor for over 10 years now. And so go to your doctor and talk to your doctor about this. If you should get the shots or you shouldn't get the shots. And listen to what he says. Don't listen to what people post on Facebook. Don't listen to what people post on YouTube. Don't listen to any other thing other than your doctor. And it's not even a bad thing to get a second opinion from a doctor you may trust and ask them what they think. Okay? And that's where I'm going to leave it. So talk to your doctor, talk to people that you can trust, and go from there. So anyway, but we're doing fine. I know I have a lot of people that was concerned about us and how we were doing, and we made it. We made it. Don't forget about my sponsors, Devobal Technologies, web design, development, hosting. Visit devobal.com. FastCap, innovative products for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. Rockler, 60 years in woodworking. Create with confidence. Visit rockler.com. Bearwood Supply Company, your best choice for hard-to-find woodworking supplies. Go to bearwood.com. Klingspor, the sanding specialist, woodworkingshop.com. And Seiko, the scroll saw specialist, seiko.com. And Paul, where can we find you?
I'm here. You can find me on Paul's Messy Workshop on YouTube, on Instagram, and you can find me here. Usually not in this position because Brenda usually beats me onto the show, but somewhere in this group you can find me. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, she's not here tonight. She's having a lot of problems. So bless her heart. So I understand that she's not here, and that's okay. Dixon.
Hey, I'm Dixon Hoffman, and I'm here just about every Saturday. You can find me at hoffmansignsandDecals.com.
Jim.
Jim Bashir's Driveway Workshop. Got my pallet torn down for the pallet challenge, so that's the next thing on the list. Chris, don't do it. So, yeah, okay. Just you can find me here, or I've got a ton of video to edit and stuff for rebuilding my CNC and the pallet challenge, and so hopefully I'll start putting some more videos up on Driveway Workshop.
Cool. Donald.
Well, I be Donald Matthews, also known as Donald Vlogifies. You can find me under YouTube, on YouTube, or under YouTube, who knows? Donald Vlogifies Woodshop. I got a website, redneckknowhow.com, and you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Cool.
Okay,
I just had to do that for some reason. Anyway,
I thought that was Dixon's phone.
Dixon's muted.
Not this time. No, I'm watching it.
I'm Al Forte, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop, Kilroy 79763 all over the place. I stream 2 p.m. Sunday on Twitch, sometimes on YouTube, but not the regular thing. I do have videos on YouTube, and no nostalgia podcast tonight with Hobby, which is where I'm usually at after this show. But if you search Kilroy 79763, you'll find me all over the place. Instagram, under Donald, I don't know, maybe on top of Donald, I don't know. But anyway, that's it.
But you beside me.
Yeah, I'm
You're
beside. And by the way, this
on
is
my
Jimbo.
He's to your right.
Yeah, and right now I'm right beside Donald. There we go.
Yeah.
You ain't never going to catch me on top of you. If you
Oh my God!
we had an argument.
As soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh,
If you do,
We
we
talked
had
about
an
this
argument.
before.
This is PG-13. Cut that
Yeah.
out. Chris.
You can edit that later.
Yeah.
Hi guys, Chris here at the Old Cranky Workshop. You find me in the shop, in the pool, the local tiki bars. But right now I'm working on the prototype of my palette challenge. So if this works out, I know what I'm doing. So
Cool. I've been watching. You've been making parrots. What
I've got an
else?
order for 3 of them right now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the parrots. What else have you been? There's something else.
Oh,
you've been
my
making.
starfish.
Oh, the starfish. Yeah. I want to tell you, Chris, those look fantastic.
Thanks. I hope they sell as
I've
well.
seen them. And my wife even said they're so kind of like, and I'm not trying to insult you, but they're so like kind of like comical
Well, that's what they're supposed to be.
figurines.
It's
Yes,
supposed to be cartoon-like.
but they're awesome.
Thanks.
I mean, they're I my hands down to you for the paint job, because you said you paint those, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you must have
Man.
a nice CNC then. Oh,
Nope.
did I swear?
Yeah. That
No,
stuff
but
doesn't go in my
I
shop.
I actually can't believe that you paint those. I would have thought your wife would have done it, but
Nope.
you said you paint those, and I'm like,
I
wow.
cut them.
That's
Most of them pallet wood. I cut them, sand them, paint the faces.
They do them all by hand. They
Well,
look very nice.
All by hand.
They
Real
are
handcrafted
absolutely
work.
fantastic, my friend. You well done.
And I even took a step further away from a CNC once. I broke the last saw, last blade I had for the scroll saw, so I had to use a coping saw to finish one up. So,
All right, so we've got Leonard Davis out there. John Elmy is over there on Gerald Vance is over there on Facebook, and yes, we're monitoring Facebook. Let's go back through and see who all we have. Aussie Man's out there. Good to see you. I appreciate you. Chris Nealon, he's out there. Leonard Davis. Rick St. Louis. And if I miss you, trust me, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just trying to go through. Russ Meadows is out there.
Hello, Russ.
Michelle Marcoux is out there.
Wow.
Wow. I actually was able to pronounce that name. I think I was, what was I calling him? Michael something years ago?
Mhm.
Michelle Marcoux. Yeah, I was calling him Michael something. So, Aussie Man, Russ Meadow. Oh, Dan Inge from Dan Inge Woodworking. He's out
Dan's
there.
there. I missed him.
Yep, he's good.
Frenzy,
He's
Wicked
out there.
Truth.
Frenzy.
Leonard Davis. I think I said Leonard Davis. James Parker, Jimbo 5312. He's out there.
Hey, can I throw a plug out while you're looking through the list?
Yes, go ahead.
James Parker put a project up. I don't know if it was on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook last week, and man, it was really nice.
What
Was
some
it
of his
Peter
boxes that he's been doing?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man,
Oh,
that would just
yes.
drive me nuts trying to make something like he does. He's fantastic.
Yes, he's been putting out some of the most fantastic boxes that he's scroll sawing, and I have just like I sit there and look at him and going like, wow, yeah, he's
Yep.
Frenzy Wicked Truth is out there. John Elmy, I think I've said him. Mitchell Loom Knitter.
Mitchell Loom Knitter. Yes.
Yep.
Hello, hello.
All right, so all those people are out there. Yes, and like I said, we came through the COVID without any problems, and I thank God for what it is. 2 announcements. The first one being is September 1st through
It's my birthday.
is
Wow.
September 1st. How many days is in September? 30. Okay. September 1st through the 30th is the pallet challenge. That will be starting September 1st through the 30th is going to be the pallet challenge. Next week, if we don't have anybody as a guest, and I was going to do it this week, but with all the things that have going on, several family members have also tested positive for COVID, and they're going through their trials and tribulations. So I just didn't even think about it until the last minute that I haven't done the Whirligig Wars announcements for the winners. That will be the first thing next week, with or without a guest. If we don't have a guest, I'll announce the winners. And if we do have a guest, I'll announce the winners in the very beginning. And it's my fault. I'm sorry. I should have already announced it. But, when you have so much going on in your life, and especially when you test positive for COVID, the last thing in the world you think about is some of the stuff in your life that I didn't think about the Whirligig Wars announcement. It just totally dissipated out of my mind. So I'm sorry about that, but I'll announce the winners next Saturday. First off, on the show, And if we have a guest, then we'll have a guest for it. And Al, I did talk to, I've sent him a couple of emails and he hasn't responded back to Tim. And you know what I'm talking about. So
Yes,
I
yes,
haven't
I do.
heard back
Yeah.
from him.
He's actually pretty busy usually. So
Yes, and I understand that's not a big deal.
I'll
And if any of you out there would like to be on the show as a guest, send me an email at russ@simplywoodencreations.com. You know, we would love to have you out there and be on the show. Leonard Davis, James Parker, he's got a lot of thumbs up. Yes, James, you are doing awesome with those boxes. Let me tell you, my friend, I see your posts every day and I just sit there and shake my head. It's, I remember when we met at the Rockler up in Orlando, when you came up there to see me and you showed me some of your work, and you were very hesitant to say that you didn't think your work was that good. And that day I told you, you're sadly mistaken, my friend. Your work is excellent. And you gave me some of your work and I brought it home. I showed my wife. You are probably one of the most talented scroll saw people that I've ever met. I mean, your talent is fantastic. Yep. James, I don't know why you sit there and say that you're not all that great and you don't think you do that good work. But I remember that day when you showed me some of your work, you were hesitant. Well, I did this and I don't think it's all that great and everything. And I looked at it and I went like, James, I'm like, this is fantastic. You do. And I see some of these boxes that you're producing and you're putting out their pictures out there on Facebook. And I'm like, or, you know, your fretwork boxes or fretwork baskets, whatever they are. Mm-hmm. And I'm going like, wow, you're just blowing it out. You're just blowing it out of the park, my friend. Let me tell you.
Easily top 5.
Huh?
Easily in the top 5 of people I know that do scroll saw work easily.
Yeah. I mean, he posts some of these things almost every day that he's doing. And I'm like, holy crap. I mean, this is like really, his work is most excellent. So I was just want to say that to you, that don't underestimate yourself, my friend, because some of the stuff that you're showing, some of the pictures that you put out there, they are just like awesome. Really, really awesome. So, but that's as far as the announcement that I have to make or anything. Paul, what are you doing?
Well, I'm working on a sign that I'm going to cut on my CNC. In fact, if you let me share the screen, I will show you a picture of what I'm working on.
Go ahead.
Ask Paul. He knows how to do that really good.
That's right.
God. Oh my God.
Am I sharing?
Nope.
Is it sharing?
Nope.
Well, let me try it again. Maybe. I know it.
No, it's not, but we know you're the sharing kind of guy, Paul.
It didn't show up on my
Is Russ letting you share?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, doesn't Russ have to pick it at the bottom?
He does, but it's not showing up to let me share it.
Why not?
I don't know. It's I see. All right, at the bottom of the screen, I have all y'all's pretty little faces sitting there staring at me. And when you share, it comes up as another face that I have to say allow, and I don't have the other face.
Why not?
You're asking me?
Yeah, because I see it here.
Well, I guess
you know?
it's like the screen share 101. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
What I'm trying to show you is a file.
Well,
Oh, but you got to
it's
bring
not
up the
working.
file.
Why
Oh,
don't you
and
just
play it on the
describe what
screen.
you're trying to show us is a file? Do you have
I'm
a
trying to
finished
show
product?
you.
You had
No.
to be there.
No, I've got a. Oh, heck with it.
It's not coming
I
through.
give
I'm
up.
sorry.
I see that.
Paul, send it to me, Paul, and I'll show it
It's
to my
not a
screen.
VCarve file, is it?
Yes, that won't show. No, it's what it is.
You
It's
gotta
a
open it
save.
in VCarve and show us the screen of
Yeah.
VCarve.
Yes, you can go into VCarve and bring it up and then share it, or
Right.
otherwise you got to take a
Exactly.
snapshot of it.
Yeah,
Well,
you would have
I
to go
thought I
into
had a
VCarve,
snapshot.
open it up, and then share the screen with VCarve open and the file open.
What I have is I have a file that I saved from VCarve. And now let me see if I can do it this way.
Donald, nothing better than watching two old men trying to figure out a computer.
I know it. I know it.
Oh my God, I missed you.
This stuff really gets old, doesn't
I
it?
know. Since he's come back, I love Donald. I missed him too. I missed him.
I
And-
love you too, Russ.
Yeah. Oh, and what was it? What was it?
I love you.
There, do you see that,
Oh,
Russ?
wasn't it Hun?
Russ, do
What
you
did
see
you
that?
tell me the other day, Hun? Or no, Al called me Babe the other day.
Ooh,
Baby,
ooh,
baby, baby.
ooh.
Russ, do you
Remember
see that?
Al?
Yes, I do. I was
ignoring you,
driving to work, and I'm not texting.
They're ignoring me.
but I'm
You see this,
transcribing.
Russ?
Nope.
No?
Oh,
Well,
yes. Now I can.
now I just
Never
closed the
There it
window.
is, yes.
driving, kids.
You
I just
closed it when he
closed the
said
window.
no.
You said no,
I
so I
stand
closed the
behind-
window.
I stand behind my statement.
Okay, do it again and it'll work. He'll see it.
Try it again, and I'll look for it.
Okay.
So anyway, Al was texting me the other day about something, and when I asked him about getting this person on the show and asked him to send me the emails, and his last sentence was, "Yeah, okay, I'll do it when I'm going to work, and I'll send you the emails for it." Okay,
Can you see
babe?
that? Russ,
Yes.
can you see that?
Oh,
Yes,
there we go.
I see it, and it's on there.
Oh, nice.
There. That
River
that
House.
is the sign I'm making for my brother. And
That-
I'm going to make it out of 3/4 inch white oak.
Well, that's
So
nice.
it should last a lifetime.
So are you going to fill the
Yeah.
R in with like blue epoxy?
That's what I was asking. Or
It's up to my brother. It's his sign. He designed it. I just put it in V-carve. And if he wants it blue epoxy, it'd be blue epoxy. If he wants blue paint, it'll be blue paint, whatever he wants.
Right.
Now,
So
Paul,
I'm going to carve it first and then let him decide what he wants in
Right. You're going to carve it and send it to him, in other words.
pretty much. Yeah, I sent him this with it blue. I've sent him exactly what you're seeing. And he says,
Yeah,
oh,
it
that looks great.
I like it.
And
The River House.
question, Paul.
but
What's the 13252?
that's his address.
Oh, the actual address, not his
The
zip
actual
code.
Yeah, the
address.
house address,
Okay.
13252.
Not like some people's zip codes. Yeah.
Nope, that's his house address.
Okay.
Do you own a planer, Paul?
Yes.
Okay. Because if you didn't own a planer like I don't, what I do is clear coat the board first. Then you can paint all the letters, whatever you want, and the paint will wipe off except for where the grooves are.
I'm using
have a-
Oramask on it, and the reason I'm using Oramask is because the sign is 24 by 16, and my planer is 13 inches wide.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I covered the thing with Oramask, and then I'm going to carve it, and then I'm going to paint it, and but yeah, that's what it looks like.
I like it. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes, very nice. Cool.
So I've got it all set to go on the CNC. I just haven't done it yet.
Cool.
That's what I'm working on.
Anybody else? Donald, you've been turning pins out left and right.
Yeah, I'm playing with the Celtic knot again. I'm finally getting to where I can get that thing centered right. I got a box I'm carving. That's for a customer. Getting ready to do some letter banks. I should have already started on them, but my back went out and then I fell. And I had to take a day or two off from that because some of us don't heal so great anymore.
Yes, I understand that. But I mean, it's more than the Celtic knots. You've been like producing, or you're posting pictures quite frequently of pins you've been making.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some built up to either sell on Facebook or well, whenever this COVID mess clears up a little bit, maybe hit some of the little flea markets and stuff with her paintings and stuff like that, and just seeing what.
Yeah, I've seen some of her paintings. She does a good job. It's very nice.
Just you know, have a little bit of extra money.
Yep.
The disability pays the rent and the bills, and that's about it.
I understand.
I'm
Chris,
hoping to do my stuff for retirement, extra retirement income.
Chris, I've been seeing all those starfish and parrots.
These guys here.
Yeah. Oh
They look just like that.
I know. And
then there's this one.
yeah, I'm not
just
going
have
to
to be
say
on the
this to hurt
fridge.
your feelings, but I can't believe you paint that.
Really?
I've
I've been doing that
I
stuff since I
know
was a kid.
you, and I just never thought you would have that kind of a talent.
I've been doing it
And
since I was a
now
kid.
that I see it, I'm like, it's like, wow, really? Because
Don't feel bad, Chris.
You have a parrot there.
No, I don't have one handy. They're all out in the shop right now.
When I see it, it's like, I'm like, really? I'm in awe at your painting. I
Thanks.
really.
He
am.
said the same thing about my whirly gig. Was it last year, year before?
Yeah.
In all
Your
fairness to
painting-
Chris,
Your painting is just absolutely fantastic. Hold another one. Hold one up again. I want to see it. Here, let me do this. Hold on. Solo layout. Yeah, hold it up. All right. So look at that. You got him to the side. Hold him.
Yeah.
Flip. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Is not that awesome? That is
That's cool.
just so cool.
And here's the other one. These are all in the kitchen fridge. So
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I figure, people can decorate their kids' rooms with them, things like that. Your beach house.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Thanks.
I ain't lead paint. Yeah, they'll give them to kids with narwhal.
I got, I think a dozen of them down at that Coastal Flow store. Nothing sold yet, but summertime is slow there, so I'm not worried about that. But I've sold a few online to friends and with parrots. So.
Yeah, I seen that guy that you, the singer that you were with the other day at the park, and you gave him one of the parrots, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jesse Rice. We belong to a parrot head club, and they bring somebody in once a month. And this was a special one. It was supposed to be at a house concert, but he had so many people who wanted to go, he had to get used to the local park and use the pavilion there.
That's great.
And we brought the wooden parrot, and we usually bring one along. I said, "What the hell?" The guy played for the club, and plus others, I gave him the parrot. So
Yeah.
It gets good coverage for me to sell some more too.
Exactly.
Got to give one away once in a while. So
Al, what have you been doing?
Well, I wanted to mention something about Chris too, or first.
I didn't do it. I told you I didn't do it. Sorry. Different topic. Okay.
In all fairness to Chris is a model maker, and I know he paints and details models
Yeah.
just fantastically. I've seen some of his models that he displayed, and they were really, really nice.
Yeah. Now, when we're talking about models, though, go back to Chris. You're talking about like 1970 Ford F-150. I mean, what are your models that you paint?
I'm aircraft and science fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
That's the Revel and Monogram models, though, right?
yeah, Monogram doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
Really?
They were
Wow.
bought out by Revell.
I
Revell-
went to go. I went to
Revell
go
Germany.
buy one. I went to go buy one here a while back. Just I was feeling nostalgic, get a little,
Yeah.
car and put it together. And I looked at the price. I said, "What happened to $5 a box?
What are they now?
20 something, 30?"
20 something. Wow.
Really?
yeah.
There's some great kits out there, some new companies on the game that kits can run over $100 now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a
Anyway,
German
back
company.
to Al.
So
Back to Al.
one of the things you talking about kits, one of the things that I've been working on, and I forgot to bring this up, and I've got them all over the place. Oh, and talk about models, guys. Talk about models. This is a model from 1995 that I have not finished, but anyway. I'll just be real brief.
1995.
Yes, not this one, but the box that I just brought. It's one that I hadn't. I'll show.
Can we
that.
expand him?
Yeah, put them on full screen.
We're going to have to.
I,
It's a big
I
box.
don't think that model would have lasted in my house from 1995. But
Yeah,
anyway,
this is. If you want to.
He's gonna
make
full
him full
screen ya.
screen, Russ.
There we go.
This thing is. Let me see if I can get up here. This thing is the Enterprise. Of course. What else, right? The Enterprise B. Let's see. I've got my green screen on, so I have to kind of. It's this thing.
right.
And seriously, I started this thing. I started this thing in 1995, and I have yet to finish it. But it's at least in my office and not in the shop. So that's one thing.
Hey, just my opinion, but I think the glue's dry on the parts you've done so far.
You reckon?
This one is an assembly of the Enterprise D, which is the one that Picard flew around in Next Generation. This thing is a compilation of a bunch of little kits that get sent, and you can see some of the pieces here, and yes, it does have lighting and such.
That's
and
awesome.
I really need to get back on this one too, because I've got a lot of extra parts that have come in. You can see, don't break it. You can see some of the progress that I've got on it,
Cool.
because it's like pieces at a time, right? And I can't bend it some more. The one thing that I've been working on, and I've been kind of working on it since probably November,
Message has been received.
and you probably have seen this one too, is this thing.
Oh yeah, that one I've been watching. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
trying to scale that boat.
Up. Yeah. So I've kind of had some issues with the front of it right now, and this was cut on CNC, but I need to redo these ribs, and I thought, well, if I'm going to redo these ribs, I'm going to go ahead and scale this from 148, which is what this is, to 124,
That's going to be
And
monstrous.
It's going to be twice as big. Instead of 28 inches, it's going to be 52 inches. So the one thing I've been doing though is in the redesign, I've been using Fusion, and I've been designing the ribs in Fusion, but with the, you know, eventually what I'll end up doing is taking the ribs and cutting them on the CNC, but these are both the same piece, so that I'll only have to cut one side of the rib on the CNC and just continue cutting those.
Right.
And
Because
designing
they're
in
both the
Fusion,
same. You just have to join them.
exactly. Yeah, so they're just the same, and they hold together basically, as you can see. So eventually they'll be wood, and they'll be about this big. But this is one of the things you can use a 3D printer for. You prototype your stuff before you go to another machine or before you actually start cutting it, so you can actually see what you're getting. The tool paths are going to be the next thing on these, but in full size. So that's what I've got going on.
All right. Just going back through Luana Pierce is over there on Facebook. Mitchell Lumnitter. Appreciate you all for watching. And Buster Stott is over there on Facebook, and he says, "Hey, Russ." Buster and Shirley Stott from, I think it's Missouri. So, yes, we are watching Facebook over there also. So, Aussie Man still out there. Appreciate you being there.
Damn, second.
James Parker. To enter the contest, are you still going to have a PayPal account? James Parker wanted to know. Yeah, I pretty much is going to PayPal account. I'm sorry that some people don't like that. I've had a PayPal account for years and never had a problem with it. I can transfer money out of my bank account into PayPal and pay for things. Actually, I've had it so long that PayPal has actually given me a credit card account, so to speak. So I can buy stuff on PayPal, and it's charged to the PayPal credit card, if you want to put it that way. So I don't have a problem with PayPal. I know some people are discouraged. They think it's like they're going to be hacked, or it's going to get into their account, or you're going to. That's not true. I mean, I have my bank account linked to my PayPal account. So in other words, I can send. I say I want to send Donald $20. I can transfer $20 from my bank account to PayPal, and then I can send it to Donald. What?
Knock yourself out, man.
Feel free, buddy.
Did you say you were going to send us some money?
My point is that it won't draw money out. Like, let's say you buy something, for instance. It's not going to draw the money out of your bank account. It's going to sit there and say, you don't have any money in here, so you can't buy something. So it's very secure. I trust PayPal. How many here have PayPal accounts? Yeah,
that's
And
where
use
most
it
of my
all the
stuff's
time,
done
yes.
through.
PayPal and Venmo.
Yeah, it's secure. It's trustworthy. Trust me. I agree. When it first started out years ago, I was kind of like skeptical about it, and I didn't put my bank account onto it, and I used it. But over the years, I've actually, if you buy something through PayPal, let's say you see somebody at an Etsy shop, and you buy something there, and you get something that you like, hey, this was nowhere near. You can rebuck it on PayPal, and yeah, they got your back covered.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Right. One thing, Russ, I set up a separate bank account with a separate credit card,
There's an idea.
and I keep money in that, and that's what I tie my PayPal to.
There you go.
so that my regular bank account and all my other stuff, it's completely separate. And it's just, I
Right.
just keep a few $100 in there, and any
Yeah.
PayPal money that comes in goes in there, and any money that goes out of there.
Right. Well, basically, what you've done is you have done a redundant protection. So, in other
Yep.
words, it doesn't matter if they hack your PayPal account; they're only going to get so much money.
Exactly.
We had an issue with them one time where we had two, like right in a row, within a few minutes of each other, big charges that they charged against my, like Paul's got like a separate bank account. And, I called them up right away and said, hey, I didn't donate this money to whatever. And they go, yeah, no, don't worry about it. We'll take it off. They put the money right back in the bank, and they were really, really good about it.
Rick St. Louis, he said his PayPal account got hacked and he'll never do it again. And I've heard of that, Rick. I have heard of people saying the exact same thing. So I'm sorry you had that problem. I've never had a problem with it. So
Right.
I understand. And if my account got hacked, I'd probably feel the same way you do. I
Well,
wouldn't.
what I would not do is just like leave your credit card automatically linked. If you're
Right.
going to use it,
Yes,
use
right.
it, go in, go out. But other than that, I mean, their customer service and everything was,
Yeah.
they were really, really good with us when all that happened. And it was like thousands of dollars too.
What
Quite a
I
bit of
always do
money.
is, what I always do too is just leave $200 in that PayPal account, and they
Yeah.
can never get any more than that. But usually
Well, that's
PayPal will
what
refund you.
basically what Paul said, the same thing. I want to go back to Dan Inge, and I did not see this until just now. He says, I haven't done crap lately. Taking care of loved one with Alzheimer's doesn't leave much creative time.
No
Hopefully,
doubt.
I'm able to do something with the talent. Dan, I understand that. And, my heart goes out to you. My mother had Alzheimer's, and I took care of her. This room that I'm actually sitting in, I built for her. There's a bathroom. That door right there. I'm trying to get it focused in. Anyway,
We believe you.
yeah, that right there is a door for the bathroom. Okay, I built this room for my mother on my house. This room is probably the overall room is 36 long, and if you take off 8 foot from 30, so 8 foot from 36, what is that?
28.
Math on the weekends. We talked
Okay.
about this.
So this room is 28 by 14 that I'm sitting in right now, and I built this for my mother. She was in an apartment. She started getting Alzheimer's. She couldn't take care of herself. I built this addition that I'm sitting in right now for her with her own private bathroom. And she lived with me for years and years and years. And then finally, she got Alzheimer's so bad that I couldn't take care of her anymore. It was, I don't want to go into it other than that I had to put her in a nursing home. I hated that. I hated it. I regretted it to this day, but I wasn't capable of giving her the care that she needed. I used to go visit her all the time. And that's another thing that I want to point out real quick. If you have a person that's in a nursing home, that's not a bad thing. You need to go there all the time and make sure they're given the quality care that they need. And the only way you're going to know that is that you constantly go there and see them, and the nurses are aware that you're there all the time, and the people know that you come in all the time. I visited my mother so much that lady came to me and says, "Don't come in the front door anymore. I'll give you the security code for the side entrance and just come in that way. She goes, because there's no use in you have to go through all that security and stuff, because I visited my mother all the time. I actually had the security code for the side. I would pull up right next to that door and punch in like 4 numbers, and it would open. I'd walk in and go visit my mother. I didn't have to go through the front because they seen me there. They knew I was there. They knew I was looking after her. And that's what you have to do. If you're one of your parents are in a nursing home, you have to be there. You have to make sure that they're being taken care of.
Shoot, with my mama, we swap up times. You never know when one of us is gonna pop in there.
Yep. So, but anyway, I built this room that I'm sitting in right now from my mother, and she lived with me for I don't know 10 or 15 years. When she finally got so bad that I had to put her in the nursing home, I couldn't take care of her anymore. She needed 24 hours a day, and I couldn't do it. I mean, I had 4 children that I was raising on my own, on top of my mother. So it was like, I couldn't do it. So. But anyway,
I didn't mean to be disrespectful. It really is very serious. Mom also had Alzheimer's, and she's passed. It's been about a year, but I noticed that Chris, look at that hoarding.
Why are you pointing at me?
Models.
No.
Yeah, look at that.
That's just the
Chris,
ones
are
you
they all
can
built? Are they all built?
No, those are just unbuilt kits.
Yeah, I know. I got 4 or 5 like that.
And I'm watching about 6 of them on auction right now.
all right,
Yeah.
Chris, turn the holy crap.
Yes.
Yep. And I could do this and get the other camera on.
Those are all model kits?
Yep. Unbuilt. You switch cameras here. And there's
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go.
sci-fi aircraft, more aircraft,
Nice.
more aircraft over there,
I told you guys.
That's awesome.
and the glass case with the ones I don't want to risk getting damaged. So
What
Is there a
the big
B-17
one?
in there anywhere?
Go back. What is the big one? Yeah, the big one there at the bottom on
Yeah.
the right.
Yep,
What is
Is that,
that?
is that a PBY?
yep.
Yep.
Wow.
And there's 2 B-17s on the bottom shelf.
Yep.
Yeah,
I have a B-17 like that hanging right up here, and then I have a B-17 with a 81-inch wingspan hanging in the ceiling of my garage.
Damn.
Wow.
It's got
So
4
those
electric
are-
motors.
Those are all kits
Right,
that you have bought and put together, in other words.
right. And I take it the next step. I'll detail the cockpits and do custom paint jobs. I don't obviously built right out of the kit.
Well, I
No.
understand that, but my point is you bought a kit, put it together,
Right.
and then detailed it to, yeah, that's awesome. I didn't realize you had so many.
Yeah, moving them
Yeah, I
down was
didn't
a real
either.
bear.
Jeez.
Hey, Chris, how did you move all those?
Very carefully. The smaller aircraft, the fighters, you put them in a plastic Ziploc bag, like a freezer bag. That way, if any pieces break off, you don't lose them. And you just kind of gently put them in boxes with each other, let them support each other. So, and mark them fragile up and down, so the moves know exactly what to ignore. So,
Okay.
Did
so
any of them get
in your
damaged in the move?
When you unpackage all those in your new home, or
right.
I know that's not your new home totally because you're just renting.
Yeah,
But
we're renting till
My
we find
point
a
is,
house.
when you unpackage them, did you find any of them, like, how were they?
I've got 2 that wound up going right to the parts bin. So they were beyond repair. But everything else survived pretty well. I lost an antenna or a propeller here and there, but I found them. I could fix it. So,
Yeah.
But that's the idea, that each one in its own plastic bag. That way parts don't
So
get
if it
separated.
breaks, you can
That's
see
a
the
good
pieces,
idea.
then you can put it
Yeah.
back on, glue it back on.
It is a
Yeah,
great
but I had to unpack them. I wasn't going to at first, but you get tired of seeing cardboard boxes sitting around. So I say, might as well unpack them, put them out, and I'll repack them when we buy a house.
When you build those, do you build them with model glue or CA glue?
CA,
CA?
yep. And I use, for the clear parts, I'll use sometimes white glue because it doesn't craze the plastic. So,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but,
Fog it up.
All right. So
Yeah.
I think Dixon, didn't I ask you what you were doing?
Not yet. I had some time to work on my speed bike years ago, about 20 years ago. I built this quadcopter that flies real nice. It's a speed bike.
Hold on. I won't put you in solo layout. So hold it up.
Solo
yeah,
mode.
that's cool.
I built this speed bike about 20 years ago, and it's been flying really good. But now I bought a new radio, and I have to transfer the data to it. And so I started working on a bigger one because I'd like to make one about 3 feet long. So
Holy crap!
Whoa!
here's my other one. I got the framework all finished.
Are you going to ride that one yourself?
Pardon?
Are you going to ride that yourself?
Nah, I might be able to fit one of the little grandkids on here. It
But
depends
that's an idea.
how
It
big
will
the
fly.
electric motors I get.
Yeah.
It will fly. Yes.
Yes, it will. When I finish it, I gotta quite a ways. I gotta get all electronics in. My other project was I wanted to build myself a bigger. As you all know, I shouldn't bring this up because I didn't get the files out to you guys yet. But I built myself a bigger flashlight.
Yeah, you promised us you were going to get us the files. That's right. There
Yeah,
was a little.
you promised us for the files.
And my
he
wife says,
never-
you
just
do
so
not
the
get it."
audience knows this, he reneged on that.
Oh my God! Look at that.
I'll get the files to you, but here's
Now, how many lumens is that one?
I didn't measure this one yet. I'm not sure, but here's a photo of me out front. See if I can get the glare shining at the big tree. So it lights up the. I had to turn it off. It started burning all the front leaves. But it's so bright, it's actually putting a shadow in the background, like I'm on a stage.
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
That was my other project. I'm gonna get them files out to you guys. Just
All right.
Uh-huh.
I gotta get retired like you guys.
You know, I used to know some illegal deer hunters that would like to talk to you.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
asking for a friend.
I bet you could actually make a fortune off of one of those.
Yeah,
Well,
those.
I have a guy that wants this, and before I started it, when I made the little ones, I said, I start building something this big, it's going to cost between $200 and $300. He says, I don't care. He says, I want to see it. So I talked to him now, and I says, $250.
Now, where do you get the reflector for that?
I ordered that off Amazon.
Oh, did you?
I think it was Amazon or eBay. I'd have to. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up again.
Dixon, what
Or
bulb
part
is
of-
in there?
No.
What bulb is
It's
in
an LED. It's a small LED.
Oh wow.
Is it one of those super brights?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not those big ones like that because of the heat and the wattage. I'm running this is USB charge also. There's the 3 LEDs, and once they go down to the 1 LED and then off, then you got to charge it back up. But there's so much room back here. I run this on 4 volts, and there's so much room back here. I'm going to put a survival kit inside there.
Oh, that's cool.
You can put your stash in there too.
And then I
I
had
think you could actually put a 747 kit
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
so a guy. This would look neat on a Jeep, but I think somebody would steal it right away if I stuck it on my Jeep.
Yeah.
Going back just a little bit, everybody's been commenting about the people in their lives, and they had to put them in nursing home and stuff. Dan Inge said it makes it harder with him because she's in a wheelchair and she's overweight, and he's not a bodybuilder. It makes it hard on him. And yes, I understand that. Frenzy Wicked Truth says abuse is rampant in those places. And yes, you're right. My mother was in a nursing home. The first one she was in, she was abused, and I caught it. I used to go. I put her in a nursing home so that every morning, it was on my way to work. So when I went to work for the fire department, it was 24 on, 48 off. So in the morning, I would drive. Oh, I would leave early so I could go visit her. And then when I got off the next morning, I would come back and visit her. So every 24 hours, I was in there like twice or whatever. Anyway, you want to put it. And when I went in there one morning, I saw a person's handprint, just as sure as you could be, on her wrist. It was like she was black and blue from where somebody had grabbed her. And there was some other things. And so I questioned them. I said, you know, she fell and we were trying to keep her, and there's whatever they were saying, it didn't add up to me. And I immediately walked out the door and I called 911. And I had them come in, and there was an investigation and everything. Make a long story short, I moved her out of that nursing home, even though it was not convenient for me. I moved her out of that nursing home into another nursing home where she stayed, and I was very happy with it. That's the one I told you when I used to go visit her. They gave me the code. You're here so often, don't come through the front door. Here's the code for the back door. Just come in the back door. And so, but yes, but my mother was abused. The markings and the stuff that they said, it didn't match up. It just didn't match up. And I moved her immediately out of there. And I contacted a lawyer and I sued him.
Did you call John Morgan?
Nope, it wasn't Morgan.
Well, that's where
Morgan. It wasn't Morgan, but
that's
and
where
so here's the thing I want to point out to all of y'all. Nursing homes are good, but my point is you have to be there. You have to go there. You have to let the people know, hey, I'm here. I'm checking on my mom. You know what I'm saying? You have to let these people know that the people that don't get the care are the ones that the people never come and visit them. I'm telling you. If you're in there all the time, if you're in there every day, or you're ever there 2 or 3 days, if you're there all the time, the nurses and everybody start understanding that. And it's a sad situation, I understand. But your being there makes them stay on what they need to do. And that's the only way I can put it, is you just have to be there. You have to go there. You have to see after I went and visited my mother all the time. I was there to the point the nurses said, don't come through the front door anymore. Here's the code for the side door. That tells you something, how much I was there. When they would give you the code for the side door, because they got tired of you having to go through the front door system and everything. So
we were blessed with my mama, because the first nursing home we put her in, they take good care of her. Here a while back, you may remember she had a fall and busted up her face real good, and we were looking into that, of course, but they called us right away. Everything kind of panned out. Mama's bullheaded. She needed to get up, thought she needed to get up and go somewhere, and she fell. Well, during the COVID stuff, when we couldn't go visit her, they called daily. The nurse called daily and let us know how she was doing, what was going on. When it comes to nursing home, you can't ask for much better than that.
Yeah. James Parker has a good question. He says, if you make a video for YouTube, can you have background music in it? No, James.
Well, YouTube does have a library of music you can pick from.
Right.
When I started out years ago, I don't remember how long it was. Well, the show's been going for 7 years.
Yeah.
So we're in season 7, but I think I started the my YouTube channel a couple of years before that. So let's just round it all out. 10 years ago, I did a little video and posted it on YouTube. And I had the radio playing, and I love country music. And I had the radio playing in the background with country music. And I got a copyright strike.
Yep, I did too.
Like the second or third video because of the background music off the radio station, so to speak. So, no.
All that background music that they're hearing on videos is they pay a service for the rights to having music on their videos.
Yes. If you pay for the service, if you pay for the music and want to put it in your background, and you got a receipt for the pay, so if YouTube gives you a copyright strike that you can prove that, hey, I paid for this, that's fine. But
and the same goes for sound effects too.
But if you're talking about having a radio going on something in the background, or even the TV going on in the background,
they'll nail you for that.
Yeah. I got 2 hits for the radio being on in the background.
Yeah, but yes,
I got a review.
Yes, there's a lot of non-copyrighted music out there for use.
Yes,
you can use. YouTube has a library of music that you can use for your videos.
That's what I use religiously. I after getting 2 strikes, I'm not going to risk losing my channel. So.
Yeah.
I got a strike from YouTube one time because one of the scenes in my video was in a cemetery. And they said they were going to review it to see if it was acceptable to the people that would view it.
Wow.
I didn't know they had internet connections in the grave.
Yeah. But they after a day or two, they finally okayed it.
Do you think it would work? Yes, absolutely, James. Make videos of you scrolling some of your projects.
Oh, absolutely.
I know without a shadow of a doubt.
God, please do.
Exactly.
I would love to see some of your.
I see a lot of other people doing that, and I think it'd be great to see, James.
Yep,
I do too.
Yeah, I would love to see some of your videos. Yes, James, video yourself making some of your projects. I'd love to see it and put it up on your channel. I'll promote it. There ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt, your work is like fantastic, impeccable. I mean, it's like really good. And that's kind of like funny that I want to say that is there's a lot of people out there that do stuff and they kind of like don't understand their quality of work. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like say, oh, this ain't that great. And I won't push it out. I won't put a video out there. This ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? But yet when you see some of their work, you go like, oh man, this is like awesome. So
our problem as people that make stuff, my roommate has the same issue. We're our own worst critic.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we know a flaw may be there, we know it's there, and it bugs the heck out of us. Nobody else will notice it.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Alex Alphonse, I can't say his last name.
Alphonse.
Yeah, he says, can you promote my channel, AAA Wood Art? Shameless plug. Yes, we will promote that. I'm promoting it right now. Everybody go to AA Wood Art channel.
Okay, see you later.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, it's not a shameless plug. I mean, I don't care if you put stuff out there to tell us where we can find you. Yeah, Alex, that's fine. Fantastic.
After
Can I
all,
say
we
something?
do it on the panel.
Can I say something to Jimbo?
Yes.
You know, Jimbo, if you think that it's boring, okay, fine. People that think it's boring aren't going to watch it, but it's the ones that actually find it interesting, that want to see your technique, they're going to watch it. The other ones, it doesn't matter. And if you don't put the video out, ain't nobody going to watch it anyway. So what difference
Yeah,
does it make?
exactly. Jim, did you have something to say? I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, I thought I cut you off there when I was.
No, you didn't.
I just posted the link to the YouTube audio library in the chat.
Yeah, that it is funny. You like a shameless plug. AA Wood Art channel.
I'm still trying to find AA Wood Art.
I am
Yeah.
too.
Alex,
If
is it
somebody can
A2
find his
woodwork?
channel, would you please put the link in the chat so
I'm
people
working.
can go to it?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. That's-
Actually, so Alex, here's if you can copy your link on YouTube to your channel and post it. It might tell you that it has to have approval, but we will approve it. I
yeah, there
promise.
you go. That might work. I don't think
Man.
it'll automatically ban him.
If it's
Lynn's
A2 wood
handcrafted
art,
wood designs. She
Well, I
is
see
AA
A2 Wood Art. Yeah, but
You
Yeah.
see how many? Look at all these people. Brian Wood Art, Lynn's Handcraft. Everybody's helping out there. James, thank you all for being out there in the chat and supporting everybody. I appreciate that.
I wonder if I searched for Alex Afanasyev. Let's see.
And on YouTube videos, I enjoy getting the replies back.
Yeah, I do too.
Alex,
Now I found
need-
Alex.
it's A2 Wood Art.
It is A2 Wood Art.
Alex, you need to copy your YouTube channel from the top of the page and then post it in here. It's going to tell you probably that you can't do that.
No,
Go
it
ahead
is.
and post it, and then
It is.
we
It is
will
A2
approve
Wood
it
Art.
so other people can.
Yeah, I got
Al's
it.
got it.
I got it. I got it.
Yep, I found him too.
Here it is, guys.
44 subscribers. We gotta get that up.
Oh yeah.
All right, 45.
all right.
There we
Here
He's
we
got
go.
he's carving a thumbs up. I like that one.
All right, subbed on niche. Okay, I've got like 5 YouTube channels. I got to get them
Okay.
5
I
more
just subscribed.
subscribers.
I just subscribed to that one, and I rang the bell for all. I'll be watching his stuff.
Yes. But I appreciate you all being here tonight. I know it's kind of like, I think it's kind of like, yeah, it's 9 o'clock, so we need to get out of here. I know this was kind of like a discombobulated time tonight. You know, I have to admit, when I got COVID, I was scared.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, it's almost like COVID has become the cancer of the day, so to speak. When you tell you have cancer, and most people die from cancer, it's pretty much that way with COVID now too. So, but you know, I prayed and I told God, I said, if it's my time to go, it doesn't matter if I'm in a car, where I'm at, or what I'm doing. He's going to take me home. But I told him in all sincerity, please, I would like to stay here a little bit longer. So
Just for a personal thing, my niece is battling cancer right now. So if you all
and
could
she has
send a prayer.
COVID, don't she?
No, that's my daughter has COVID.
Oh, your daughter has COVID.
Yeah, right now my niece is about halfway through her radiation treatment. So just if you could send some prayers out for Amber, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, hey, no problem. What is it, Amber? And what's your daughter's
Amber.
name?
My daughter Susan.
Susan. Yeah.
She's doing fine. She's coming out of. She'll be out of quarantine Monday.
Good.
And
Susan and Amber.
her partner will be happy because apparently he can't cook.
Just to let you know, your cousin's name is Amber. My daughter's
niece.
name is Amber.
That's my niece there.
Yeah, or your niece. Yeah, my
Yeah.
daughter's name is Amber. Amber Jean Nicole.
So here lately, I just with all this stuff going on here lately, so you don't feel bad. If I get a pimple, I'm scared to death. I got some. I'm gonna die.
No, I understand that. We had a little a debate or discussion last week when I didn't have the show between some of us members and things, and I just want everybody to know who is on the panel, and they voice their opinions. You're still my friends. I don't care. I don't care. You have your opinions. You can say what you want to say. You can do what you want to do. It's your opinions. But I will say this much. Some of your opinions I've taken to heart. And it's made me change my way of thinking. But don't ever think that your opinion will ever change the way I feel about you. Right, babe?
Good to know.
Right, darling.
Good to know.
Yeah, right, babe. No, Al knows what the babe is. Al, right, babe?
For those that don't know, we're not having a bromance or anything like that. I was
Not that you'll admit to,
I was
anyway.
getting a text message, and I was talking back to my phone, and the phone transcribed it to sound, "Yes, babe, when I get to the office."
And it came through on my end. And I went like, babe. And I said, all right, hon, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
And then he come back and said, did you mean to send this to Nancy for the hun?
Yes.
And I went, no, you need to read up above on what you sent. And then he come back and he was like, oh yeah, I see that now.
That is one reason why I'm glad my mother never took up texting and cell phones.
Yeah. But
the thing is, my phone corrects it too.
Oh, geez.
Because it's used to what I normally say.
I got one better, Russ. I was the same exact thing. I got a message, I heard it, and I replied back, and it was with my boss. And I was saying, hey, you're paying me too much, or check on this. And anyway, and as it went back, her name was interpreted in this way. When it replied, it said, okay, thank you, Chubby, for
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I don't feel too bad about being called babe. I was actually impressed. I was like, he loves me that much? He calls me babe.
Indeed, Russ, indeed. No problem.
Then when I sent back, all right, hun, it totally blew him away. He didn't understand the hun part. He goes, are you sending this to Nancy, your wife? And I'm like, no, you need to read up above.
He was just brown nosing for better presents at Christmas.
Yeah.
More pay on the panel. More pay on the panel.
I got
it was funny, and that's the reason I keep on calling him babe, and I'm hoping he will respond to me with hun. So,
okay, hun.
Yeah.
My favorite is I got a wrong number.
Everybody wants to know. Yeah, we're getting off here. Everybody wants to know where Brenda's at. Brenda is going through a lot of crap. I'll go through it real quick, and I understand why she's not here tonight. She had a tree that was in the city right away fall into her house. It messed up her house. It messed up her fence. It messed up a bunch of stuff. And so now the city is like, It's not our fault. So, and her insurance company is giving her hassles. She is going through hell. That's the only way to put it.
And
She is
the
literally going through hell.
The tree
with
was so
this,
rotten, the city should have cut it down a long time ago.
Yes, she is going through hell. So the reason she's not on here tonight is probably because she's just totally stressed out. She don't feel like talking to anybody, and I understand that. And my heart goes out to her. But yeah, if you go see her feed, see some of the pictures she posted. It wiped out her fence. It took down her handrail. She couldn't even. She's like she had a handrail to get out of her front. It broke the handrail off. They had to replace that.
Put a hole in her
roof. I mean, she has gone through it. So. Yeah, so I understand why she's not here tonight, and that's fine.
So double check your homeowners.
Actually, I don't think I wanted her on here tonight because she might have let go, and I might have had to mute her.
Been the first time a whole panel got murdered online.
Yeah, she might have let go, and I might have had to mute her. So. But yes, she has gone through hell, and I feel so sorry for her. And here's the thing, and everybody here on this panel knows the same thing. There's nothing we can do. I mean, we could probably send her some money to help along as far as financially or everything, but or for a PayPal account or whatever, but. The bottom line is there's nothing that we can do. I wished she lived beside me or down here where I was at because I'd be able to help her. But unfortunately,
she's so far away and we so old and out of shape.
Yeah. I told her if it was 20 years ago, I'd be loading my trailer up. I have what I call a tool trailer. It carried everything I needed inside. It had an onboard generator. It had a air compressor. Had all the pneumatic tools. Had everything. I could build a house. All I had to do was pull that trailer up, and I could build a house.
And I'd have told you to swing by here, pick me up, and we'd have both gone.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I got the trailer, but I'm not capable of using everything in here. Or in there, so anyway.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had some more vacation time. I'm only a couple 2.5 hours away from where I could go.
Yeah,
I mean,
if it had been a situation 20 years ago, I'd load the trailer up. I tell my wife, hey, I'm gonna be gone for a couple of weeks. I'd load the trailer up and I'd go. I've done that before with people.
With Brenda, you might have needed to bring the wife along to calm her down.
Yeah, that could be true. But yes, so that's the reason she's not on tonight. And bless her heart. I don't know what to say. And the insurance company is really trying to screw her over. The city's trying to screw her over. She's in a difficult position. So,
well, she's in a position where if you don't have any money, there's no way you can fight them.
Right.
Yes.
Yep. And they know
Yeah,
that.
because she needs to hire a lawyer. She needs money to hire a lawyer. And to help her out. I'll tell you what. Why don't we just do this? Why don't we, I'll go in, if I don't do it tonight, I'll go in tomorrow and create a GoFundMe page for her expenses. And so everybody that's out there, I know I'm not going to have a chance to do it tonight, but tomorrow I'm going to create her a GoFundMe page. And so if anybody wants to contribute some money towards her for her lawyer, so he can lawyer up, I'd appreciate it. I really would appreciate anything that you can give to her to help her lawyer up. So I know she'd appreciate it also. It's not the first time I've ever done anything like this, but it's one of those things that I just think this is a necessity. And she might not get a whole lot out of it, but if you love Brenda as much as I love Brenda, she's like a sister from another mother, so to speak.
I bet you don't
I
call
mean,
them
she
babes,
is.
though.
She is one of the most fantastic people I've ever met. I love her to death. So I really do. My wife, she just thinks she's about the craziest person she's ever met in her entire life. You know, she thinks she loves Brenda. My wife does. She just, she sees some of her posts and things, and she just shakes her head. She's like, so, yeah. If I don't do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. I promise you. And I'll do a GoFundMe for Brenda, so she can lawyer up. Please, please. I'm asking you, please contribute to it so that she can lawyer up and get some of the help that she actually needs. So I don't normally do this, but this is one of the times that I had to step in. It's like they're trying to really, excuse my French, screw her over. So, you know. So anyway, we're out of here. Look for the GoFundMe page tomorrow for Brenda. I will put it up tomorrow. Thank you, Paul, Dixon, Jim, Donald, Al, Chris, for being here tonight. I appreciate all of you. If you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, you're just too darn busy. Just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust, all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for
Bye, boys and
watching.
girls.
Good night.
I
Have
appreciate
a good one.
it so much.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone. Live long.
Remember, you don't have to go home. You can't stay here
Nope,
What-
you got to get
What
out.
Chris said.
because we
Go
Chris
on.
can't.
said it.